Want to know how I made this amazing zucchini Alfredo recipe? Stay tuned and keep watching. First, you're going to need some zucchini. I use 3 and I honestly wish that I used more. A vegetable spiralizer to make the noodles out of the zucchini. Then you want to grab some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, some Creole seasoning I got from Dollar Tree, some onion powder, some paprika, some parsley flakes, a bag of frozen shrimp. I got the ones that were uncooked with the tail on because they were cheaper. Some frozen spinach, a can of mushrooms, some minced garlic, some heavy cream, shredded Parmesan cheese, and extra virgin olive oil. So first you want to cut the ends off of your zucchini and do this for all 3 of them or however many that you want to use. And next you want to take your veggie spiralizer and go ahead and put one end of the zucchini in and start twisting so that it will create your veggie noodles. And the one that I bought actually has 2 sides, so you could either pick between doing thicker noodles or thin ones. And as you can see, this can get a little messy, so it's really easier to just do this right over the pan that you're going to be cooking in. And with the spiralizer, it twists the vegetable in a way that kind of creates this little like dangly like little skinny piece in the middle, and for that I just cut that off and just put that to the side. You can take this little needle piece to kind of twist more noodles out of the zucchini, but it didn't really work too well for me. And I really like making these veggie noodles because you decide exactly how much you're going to be getting, as opposed to regular pasta where you kind of have to guess and then you probably end up making too much or not enough. And for the little dangly pieces that were left over, I just chopped them up and threw them in the pan with the rest of the noodles. And the little veggie noodle maker is a little bit difficult to clean, so if you do get this one, just keep that in mind. So this is the amount of noodles that I ended up getting after doing 2 zucchinis. And now I'm just gonna go in with some seasoning. First, we're gonna do some salt. Sprinkle a little bit on there. Some Creole seasoning. Some onion powder. And then go ahead and give it a nice mix. You want it evenly seasoned on all your noodles. And once you've mixed those up, go ahead and shred up the last zucchini on top. And then once you've done that, go ahead and mix everything together. So now I'm gonna take my extra virgin olive oil and drizzle some in the pan and go ahead and cook the noodles. And ideally, you don't want to cook them too long. You still want your veggies to have some green in them and it's still a little bit of crunch. And once the noodles are done, I'm going to go ahead and drain them and put them in a separate dish. In the same pan, I'm going to go ahead and defrost my spinach and start cooking that on low heat. And once the spinach is nice and thawed out, I'm going to go ahead and separate it and move it to one side of the pan. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn the stove off and move on to my shrimp. So once my shrimp are thawed out, I'm going to go ahead and peel them, since like I said, I opted to get the cheaper ones and I had to peel all of these shrimp by hand, but it was worth it. And once we have all of our beautifully peeled shrimp, we're gonna go ahead and throw some seasoning on them too. You already know. So first we're gonna do some garlic powder, then some sea salt, then a little bit of paprika, some black pepper, and some onion powder. And you wanna mix that all up so you get the shrimp nice and evenly coated with all the seasonings. So next you want to put all your shrimp in the pan with your spinach, and then go ahead and throw in that yummy can of mushrooms as well. Give it a nice little mix. throw in a little bit of olive oil and let that cook until the shrimp is done and the mushrooms are cooked. Once everything is cooked, you want to go ahead and mix it all up one more time. Go ahead and drain it and separate that mixture from the pan. And finally, this is the last step, you guys. We are going to throw some more olive oil in the pan, throw a little bit of minced garlic in there, go ahead and brown the garlic, and then you want to add in some heavy cream and let that simmer until it starts to bubble. And once you see the bubbles in the heavy cream, that's when you want to go ahead and add in your Parmesan cheese and start whisking it. This part is a little bit difficult because it is very easy to mess up. You don't want to add too much cheese at once because it can start to go straight to the bottom and then it won't evenly cook. So just do a little bit at a time, whisk that, and then add a little bit more until you start to get the consistency of the sauce that you want. And as you can see, I had to add in cheese quite a few times because I am very picky about my Alfredo sauce and I always want it to be perfect. And once your sauce is looking the way you want it to, go ahead and add in some parsley. And this is optional. You can throw in some salt, pepper, paprika to the sauce as well, just to give it some extra flavor. This is what I personally do, but it's completely up to you for this step. And next you want to go ahead and add in all of your delicious shrimp, spinach, and mushroom mixture and go ahead and mix it in the sauce. And grab you a bowl or a plate. Go ahead and put some zucchini noodles in there. Throw you some sauce on top for extra razzle dazzle. Sprinkle you some Parmesan cheese, honey. Sprinkle some cheese on that thing. Look at that goodness. So good. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and also let me know in the comments if you guys try this recipe. It's so good. And as always, I will see you in the next one.